Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 and our European Journeyman series at Brighton. We are nearly at the end of our first full season in the Premier League and it couldn't be tighter in the league. Last episode we managed to scrape through against Juventus and make the Europa League semi-finals. We've been drawn against Inter Milan, which will be a huge tie for us, especially as we have dropped points against Swansea in a really frustrating game. They went down to 10 men after 76 minutes. They had one shot in the entire match which was off target. We totally dominated it. We had 13 shots, none of which went into the back of the net, which means we have dropped points. United now 2 points clear of us. They are on an excellent winning streak and it is going to be difficult to overturn them. We have to beat them today to reclaim fourth spot with 3 games to go. It's a massive game, and if we don't beat them here, we have to get past Inter Milan in the Europa League semi-finals to qualify for the Champions League. If we don't qualify for the Champions League this season will be our last in this series. So it's a huge couple of episodes for us to see if we can make it into the Champions League next year. If we don't, the season will be ending on a pretty sad note. It's been an amazing series regardless of what happens, but hopefully we can have one more season and finish it on a high. Now, the team we're putting out there against United is the strongest team we can. It means that Hartwig and Morris are both playing despite not being at ideal fitness levels. We've had a lot of games in very quick succession. We've been playing 2 games a week for quite some time now. So the team is always going to be struggling for fitness, but they are holding up quite well, especially a few key players, because they have been rotating the team, which is another reason why we maybe drop points against Swansea. But the drop points won't matter if we beat United today. So the team we're putting out there, we've got Hartwig, Bueno and Mbom leading the line. We've got Beccaria and Morris in midfield, with Marin Lambeze, Andres Pachazga and Eduardo in defence, and Darbo in goal. United kicking the game off here. We do have the advantage of being at home, but this is going to be a really tough game, especially as we have not managed to get a win in our last 2 matches. And early on they're running into the box, Lambeze with some good covering defending. I think our defence has been a weak point for quite some time now. It also doesn't help we don't have a natural finisher up front. We could do with finding an attacking midfielder with good finishing ability if we are going to go for another season. But here come United, short free kick, running into the box, and that's just gone high and wide of the frame of the goal. Not far away from United, who've had 2 shots already. Simon Watson, though, getting injured, and Marcus Rashford comes on for him. That's an interesting change. So Rashford must be playing on the wing, I would imagine now. But still 0-0 at the moment. We haven't created any chances, but we have a corner here. Hartwig puts it in, but easy for Moreno to come and claim it for United. Needs to try and get this ball here. Eduardo does win the header, but it's straight down to Santillan. He finds Rashford, who's actually playing central midfield. Rodriguez pushes the ball out wide to Andre. Now Diabate, our former player, on to Betty, another of our former players. Beccaria with the ball. Looks like United are just hoovering up all of our former players. They've tried to sign a few in this team. Bueno is one that they've tried to sign. He's in on goal and he can't finish. He had a chance like that against Swansea as well and didn't take it. He's missed a few. He's in this time though, and he's hit the woodwork. We cannot catch a break at the moment, and United are counter-attacking off that crossbar. But here we are again with Hartwig. He pushes it in and gives the ball away to Giovanella. Really frustrating that we haven't managed to score that goal. We've been unlucky with the woodwork recently, but Hartwig is in. He nearly found Mbom there with that cutback. Marin wins the header, but Rodriguez has it. Now it's Diabate trying to come forward, being pressured by our defence. Rodriguez in the middle, finds Betty. Morris with an excellent crunching tackle there. We know what Betty can do if he's given the opportunity. And what a ball through to Hartwig that was. And what a finish from Hartwig as well. An excellent ball over the top and an equally brilliant finish from Hartwig. And we have the lead over Manchester United. And you have to say it's deserved. We could easily be 2-0 up, if not more at this point. United still to get a shot on target. They've edged possession, but we are very much in the driving seat after that, and we will be finishing 4th in the table after this game if we can hold out in the second half. We need to get through to half-time, but we are really on course for an excellent finish. But here come United again. They've given the ball away though. Morris to Mbom, 2 making a run over the top, but he wasn't able to dig a ball out. Here's Eduardo. He does, and Mbom is through. He's got 2 players to his left as well. He doesn't need them. Mbom has rallied at the end of this season, pitching in with 3 crucial goals after not scoring all season, and we now lead United by 2-0. This is absolutely incredible. When we need to get a result against a big team, we dig in deep and we pull it out, and our dream of Champions League football is still alive. I can't believe how well the team have played. They did this against Juventus as well in both games, and now we're doing it to Manchester United too. If only we'd got that finish in against Swansea, we'd have had an extra 2 points in the table. But I will take a win over United. This is very much a 6-pointer, and it's another ball over the top, undoing their defence. Hartwig is in, and that was a little bit of a chip shot there, but it was just off target and didn't go into the back of the net. But absolutely brilliant stuff from our team. Morris is a little bit knackered. I'm going to give him a break because we've got Pope on the bench who can definitely do a job and has been doing a job for us in the second half of this season. He sort of usurped Beccaria a little bit after Christmas, but Beccaria is still a world-class player, and we are just blessed that in a few key possessions we do have world-class players. Hartwig, Bueno, Beccaria, Morris, all just next level players. But our defence and just that finishing touch up front, the real problems that we will need to address if we do another season. Betty puts a free kick in, Andres heads it away, it comes back to Betty once more. He finds Andre, Giovanella to Everton Luiz, now Diabate. Lambaze with a good tackle, needs to be careful on a yellow card. Bueno, onto Mbom, there's a run outside of him and it's Eduardo. He finds Pope. Can he get the through ball in? He is tackled, and now United can counter-attack. Ball over the top, finds Lucaro. If they score now, it's going to be a tense finish, and Diabate, one of our former players, gets his 12th goal of the season to make it 2-1. And we now need to hold out for 15 minutes if we're going to get the wins now. I'm going to take Hartwig off for Frias because he has scored a few late winning goals that have just wrapped up points for us this season. Hopefully he can do it again. Make another one now just to run down the clock. I think Marin can come off for Hickman, who helped save us against Juventus in that second leg. But very, very tight. This will be a crucial win if we can see it out for 5 more minutes. I'm not going to change the system we're defending with because that undid us a little bit against Juventus. Bueno with a last-minute corner. Comes down to Frias. Can he get the strike away? And Mbom has it. He finds Andres, and there it is. 3-1, we win it and make sure of the points in the 92nd minute. Excellent, excellent stuff from the team. A massive win, and it means we are still in control of the race for the Champions League. We could prevent both Chelsea and Manchester United and I think Spurs from qualifying for the Champions League this season if we can hang on to our position in the league table. Sensational stuff that as a newly promoted side we find ourselves in this position. I genuinely can't get my head around how incredible that is. When I took over less than 2 years ago, we had just been relegated from the Premier League. I completely got rid of everybody in the team, brought my own squad in, and we have managed to move up to 4th place in the table with just 3 games to go. We can't go any higher than 4th, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is getting Champions League football next season, and we have taken a huge stride in that direction. 1 point clear of United with 3 games to go. So somehow managing to beat Manchester United 3-1 and take control of that race for 4th place, we now have an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley against Chelsea. We are in the away dressing room, which doesn't help in these finals because I think the game still skews bias in favour of the home dressing room. But hopefully we will be able to get the result. There are no changes to the team from the game against United. If they're good enough to beat United 3-1, they are definitely good enough to beat Chelsea. They just need to get the job done. I don't mind winning this game and having that extra fixture because it will be at the end of this season. Regardless of what else happens, we have to play all the games between then and now. So really it's just about trying to win another piece of silverware and retain the FA Cup that we sensationally won while in the Championship last season. If we can manage to retain it as a newly promoted side as well, it really would be the icing on top of the cake. So as I said, no changes to the 11. I'm hoping they will be able to carry us through against a very tough Chelsea side who are currently down in 6th place in the Premier League, so a little bit vulnerable, and hopefully we can exploit that. Well, we do get the game kicked off at Wembley. Currently got that nice 100% possession stat. Marin in an advanced area just plays it through to Hartwig. Now Bueno, we're in on goal, and that last ditch tackle from Evans denied Bueno from being able to pull the trigger. but very close there to getting a goal in the first minute. Hopefully a sign of things to come. Beccaria with the ball finds Mbom, now Bueno. Back to Beccaria. Worth noting that Mbom is a potential 5-star player for us. Beccaria slips it through there. Bueno's in, and Bueno strikes it past Roberts. We do have the lead against Chelsea, 1-0. And could we be facing Manchester City in the final of the FA Cup? We've had a really tough cup run to get to this point, but it would be amazing if we could make the final and have another shot at silverware. We've had so many chances to win competitions with Brighton. Here's Mbom, finding Eduardo. No doubt we're in control of this game. Hartwig gets onto the end of that. He's in on goal as well, and somehow he finds the angle. Hartwig, how much we've missed you while you've been injured. He's an incredible player, and he shows it again there with such a stunning finish. Petrovic has a shot, and it's hit the crossbar. The luck is definitely with us at the moment. Less than 20 minutes in, and we are 2-0 up against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. Here's D'Angelo though, trying to instigate a fight back, but he's given the ball away, and Mbom is played through on that ball, and Mbom makes it 3-0 in the 20th minute. I cannot believe that we are 3-0 up 20 minutes in against Chelsea. They've only had 32% possession, one shot, which wasn't even on target. This is reminiscent of that time that Liverpool tore Arsenal apart when they had Brendan Rodgers in charge and just destroyed them in the opening 20 minutes. We've done the same to Chelsea now. It's just about seeing it out for the next hour of the game. But with a 3-goal lead, surely we will see this through. Absolutely incredible performance from the team. They've been so good against the big teams this year, and that is the crucial difference. We have managed to grind out results against lesser teams as well, but most of our drop points have been against the teams in mid-table or further down the table, and had we managed to convert those into wins, we really would be challenging for the title on this evidence. I honestly don't even know what to say. I'm just going to say don't get complacent, and they seem to react pretty well to that. But really, we will be seeing this game out. I've got no doubt about that. I might even start to rest people ahead of that game against Inter Milan, which is crazy that I'd even think about resting players in an FA Cup semi-final. But given we're 3-0 up inside 20 minutes and still in control of this game, Hartwig to Mbom. He's through on goal again. He finds Bueno and he makes it 4-0. Less than 30 seconds into the second half. Chelsea just cannot do a kick-off. That's what we're learning here. 4-0 against Chelsea is just unbelievable. I am going to make a few early changes on that basis. We can bring on Pope, we can bring on Coupinon for Hartwig, and we can even bring, why not, Greg Smith on. Let's put Greg Smith on at right wing back. We're really taking a pee there. 4-0 up, not even 50 minutes into the game. We're making 3 substitutions. One of them is an 18-year-old that will never be a first-team player. Bueno with the ball. He's got a man to his left. He's run straight past the defender. Still got that man over. He doesn't need him. And Roberts there forced into making a save. He ran past 2 defenders who didn't even bother to put a tackle in. Chelsea have stopped playing at this point. This is equivalent of a rage quit on FIFA right now. That's what this feels like. 4-0 up, and it is humiliation for what is one of the big teams in Europe. They're not going to qualify for the Champions League this year, and on this basis they might struggle to get into the Europa League. Bueno with the header out. It comes to Petrovic. He beats one defender, can have a strike. It hits a body of players in the box. They send it back to Thibault. Petrovic again finds Page. Now Luna Diale over to Berge. Santa Maria, our forward player, done nothing yet in this game. Castro back out wide, ball put in, and there is the goal from Luna Diale. He's carrying a knock, but he does get one back for Chelsea. We need to be careful, there's still over half an hour to play. If they get another one now, it could start to look a little bit edgy. They put Castro in behind here. He's got 2 in the middle, and Santa Maria gets an immediate second, and suddenly the humiliation looks a little bit more precarious. If they get another one in the next 15-20 minutes, we really could be looking at a stunning turnaround as Santa Maria's in behind and he's hit the woodwork. A lucky escape for us. What is going on with our team right now? 4-2 after being 4-0 up 46 minutes in is just not acceptable, and with 20 minutes or so still to play, this could all still fall apart for us. Berge puts the ball out. Ball put in on the cross, and there's a foul in there. I think it's going to be a penalty, surely. Greg Smith, the man who I was joking about bringing on, has given away a penalty. It could be 4-3. And we could be about to see a Newcastle-Arsenal level of comeback if Chelsea get this penalty in. I'm feeling a little bit silly about some of the things I was saying. Santa Maria steps up, he finds the top corner. It's even worse that it's Santa Maria getting the goals. He's one of the players that I at one point relegate to the reserves because I thought he was such a waste of money when we bought him for 30-odd, 40-odd million pounds. But right now he's proven me wrong, and now Castro's in behind as well, and Castro does make it 4-4. And with 20 minutes to go, we've gone from 4-0 up to 4-4. And if you're going to learn anything from what you're seeing right now, it is never, ever make 3 substitutions at the same time in this game. I'm not really sure what I can even change. We just need to hope we get a goal. It's Pope with the ball. Plays it to Mbom. Now Smith. Back to Beccaria. Into Coupadon. Slips it through. Bueno's in. And Bueno scores. 5-4. What an FA Cup epic this is. 5-4 in the semi-final at Wembley. 4-0 up. 4-4. 5-4. I love it. I love that we might actually win this game despite throwing away a 4-goal lead. Chelsea have had 4 efforts on target. They've all gone into the back of the net. We have finally dropped into a defensive mindset, which will hopefully see us through. Bueno with a hat-trick today. I think that might even be one of the first hat-tricks this season. Greg Smith getting a yellow card as well. He's been appalling since he came on. 30 seconds of added time left. Ball put in. Darboe catches it. That will surely be our place in the final secured. I can't believe we've come through this after it went 4-4. What a comeback from Chelsea to make that result. But it wasn't enough. They opened too much up at the back. We were able to exploit it, and surely there is the final whistle. 5-4 against Chelsea. An absolute FA Cup epic. That is the kind of match that they will be talking about for years to come. 4-0 up, 4-4, and then we win it 5-4 in the 74th minute. Sensational stuff. Quite an impressive episode today, I have to say. Hartwig wants a new contract. He'll definitely be getting that. But there it is. We have managed to win. We will be going to the FA Cup final and taking on Manchester City in that game, having beaten Chelsea here, Everton in the last 16, Brentford before that, Charlton before that, and Aston Villa before that as well. So that will be a huge match against City. We are at least in one cup final this season. Next episode we'll take on Inter Milan away and then and at home to see if we can make another cup final this season. We'll also have a game at home against Nottingham Forest, who are down in 10th place. We should be winning that and holding on to our 4th position in the league. But it is really, really at the business end of the season. Do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed these 2 back-to-back wins against United and Chelsea. Make sure to enter the giveaway for a free copy of Football Manager 2018. Link is in the description for that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. But until next time, see ya.